I asked, and you guys delivered. Shout out to everyone who sent me these insane jersey edits. And I'll continue to say, we have the best Texans community on YouTube. Go ahead, spam those H's down in the comment section. Really, I was not expecting to get as many submissions as I did for the DJ Screw Texans purple kind of uniform combo. But I got some pretty good ones. And I promised you if you sent me some, I would pick out some of the best ones to show on the program. So this one's from H Texans United on X. This one's dope. I really like this kind of uniform combo, the red helmet with kind of the purple jersey and pants and socks. I think this combo looks absolutely sick. I also got this one from FF_Peacock on X. Did a pretty good job. I know it's just the Texans' already secondary logo. He kind of filled in some of the purples, but kind of some extra points for adding that purple smoke and adding the purple flames. I thought that kind of added to the picture as well. And then I got two from @RP Don the Trance on X. He came up with this purple one, which, don't get me wrong, I think this is cool. But legitimately, I kind of want to send this next one to the Texans because this next secondary one with the space helmet on the H, I think this one looks absolutely disgusting. I think if the Texans unveiled this one as their actual next, rivalry jersey, I would be perfectly fine with that. So shout out to everybody who sent me that. RP Don the Trance. I mean, good Lord, you did a great job with this one. As I said, we have the best Texans community here on YouTube. So if you haven't already, make sure you go down and hit that subscribe button. Alper, let's get into today's show. On today's program, I'm going to discuss how the Texans have screwed the rest of the NFL with one move they made this offseason, and it has put a lot of NFL owners in quite the pickle. Once again, I'm your host, Jeremy Chuggs, and on today's show, I kind of wanted to discuss, because if you know anything about Texans Today, if you know anything about this channel, this is part of Chat Sports. We have channels for every single NFL team out there. And a lot of the guys in the office who cover other teams, we're talking about one move the Texans made. And you know what? Let me go to them first. This one from my guy, Trizzy Trace. He covers he is the host of our Saints channel. He covers the Saints here for Chat Sports. And he tweeted this out. 30 of 32 second-round picks have not signed their rookie contracts, including Saints rookie quarterback Tyler Shuck. And then Harrison Graham, who's actually the host of our Bears channel, came out with this video earlier today as well. Why haven't any of the Bears second-round picks signed their rookie contracts? Well, it's not a Bears-specific issue. It's a league-wide trend. I explained. And then he put the video link right there. And you know what? You don't have to go to his video. If you want to, go check it out. He does a lot of good stuff for our Bears channel. But I'll tell you exactly why it's a league-wide trend. It's because your Houston Texans made history. They signed Jayden Higgins, their first selection in the 2025 NFL Draft, to the first fully guaranteed contract to a second-round pick in NFL history. And this kind of set off a domino, right? Because after the Texans made this historic deal, which Adam Schefter put out on May 8th, they signed him, one of the first, or I believe the first second-round pick to sign a contract, $11 million over 4 years, fully guaranteed. And as Schefter says, he is the first second-round pick in NFL history to have his entire contract fully guaranteed. Another guy actually signed his contract, who was a second-round pick, and it was the Browns linebacker Carson Schwessinger. And funny enough, he also got a fully guaranteed contract as a second-round pick. So in one offseason, something that's never happened before happened twice, back-to-back. And, one time you can call it an outlier, one instance, you can be like, oh, yeah, that's just a one-off. But when it happens twice, back-to-back, you're starting to set a precedent. And that's where the Texans have kind of put the rest of the NFL in a pickle. Because now that the Texans had a fully guaranteed contract for Jayden Higgins, the Browns gave a fully guaranteed contract to Carson Schwessinger, all the other second-round picks are following suit saying, hey, why am I not getting a fully guaranteed contract? These guys are getting it. Do you think they're better than me? Do you think I'm not worthy of that fully guaranteed contract? Because they're trying to kind of set the domino of having the second-round picks have more guaranteed money in their contracts. And I think a lot of NFL teams, you've already seen, it's been well documented the struggles that the Cincinnati Bengals have had this offseason when it comes to contracts. They still haven't even signed their first-round pick in Shamar Stewart. But as Trace, our Saints host, mentioned earlier, 30 of the 32 teams had not signed their second-round picks. So I think the Texans made a strategic move. But in the same instance, and I'll tell you why in just a second, I think they might have also shot themselves in the foot a little bit, right? Because you know who this is. You might know what I'm talking about. Before I get into that, though, I have an insane deal for you folks at home. I was scrolling across our friends over at Fanatics, and I saw this hoodie. And I know what you're saying, Jeremy. It is 95 degrees and humid in Houston right now. Why the hell are you showing me a hoodie? Good question, because I love a good deal. I'm a bargain shopper, and if you want maybe one of the best deals on the internet right now, this hoodie right now normally goes for $69. It is $27 right now. That's more than half off. And I know you're like, oh, it's a winter clothes, but if you shop for the winter right now, you'll be able to wear this once the season gets going. It gets a little bit more chilly in Houston, wherever you're at. And you only spent $27 on it. If you go to chatsports.com/HOU massive sale, it'll send you right to these hoodies right here where, like I said, normally $69, right now they're $27. They don't have all the sizes. You got to go check them out in the 3 different colors because this is a sale item. Once they're gone, they're gone. So I implore you, go check it out. This link, chatsports.com/HOU massive sale, will be in the comment section and description of today's video. Get them while supplies last, because once they sell out, no more $27 hoodies. You're going to have to go back to paying $70 for a hoodie. But if you want a great deal, you want some more Texans merch, I got you covered. Just use this link in the comment section and description of today's show. Now, I mentioned the Texans might have, shot themselves in the foot a little bit because they have another second-round pick they traded up for in Aireontae Ersery, and he's actually the only rookie that's unsigned on this Texans team. Every other rookie has signed their rookie deal for this squad. And, Aireontae Ersery could be a major part of this Texans team. He could be a big part of the equation for this Texans offensive line in 2025. And, my thought is there's no way the Texans don't give him a fully guaranteed contract, right? Right? I mean, you can't. It's like if you had twin boys and you gave one of them a birthday present and you didn't do it for the other one. You kind of have it to do it for both. You can't do it for Higgins and not for Ersery. I'm going to kick it to you, though, because that's my stance. I think they kind of have to do it with Aireontae Ersery at this point. But what say you? Do you think Aireontae Ersery will get a fully guaranteed deal just like his teammate Jayden Higgins did, who was only selected, 14 spots above him? Let me know down in the comment section. Give me a yes, give me a no. What are your thoughts? And as I look at this Texans offensive line depth chart, you kind of have to. Because right now I have Aireontae Ersery slotted in as my starting right tackle on this Texans offensive line. And it's kind of a both sides thing because it kind of would behoove Ersery to sign that contract sooner, get that out of the way. He doesn't have to think about it because he can't afford to hold out. There's guys like Shamar Stewart with the Cincinnati Bengals. He hasn't been practicing. Ersery, he doesn't have that luxury because he's in the middle of a position battle with Blake Fisher for the starting right tackle. He can't take time off because him taking time off means those other guys are improving and pressing offensive line coach Cole Popovich and maybe taking his spot in the starting role for this 2025 Texans offensive line. Now, the good news is it hasn't stopped Ersery from practicing. He was out at minicamp. Rookie minicamp at OTAs. He's been at every single practice. He's done a great job for this Texans team. And he's been showing out as well. So I don't foresee it being any sort of problem with this Texans team. I think they just are going to have to, kind of nut up and pay Ersery the fully guaranteed contract just like they did for Jayden Higgins. Now, the good news, once again, like I said, he's been practicing. He's actually been playing pretty well. This coming in from my guy Aaron Wilson. He was talking to Will Anderson Jr. after one of the practices, and he was talking about him. He said, yeah, he's a large human being. Happy he's here. I think he's going to be very good for us, can move for a big guy, and can bend. And as you saw in that picture before, he's one of the bigger offensive linemen that we have on this Texans team. So if Aireontae Ersery can get his contract signed, get that all over with. Great news for this Texans team, and they can move forward, but it might have made it a little bit more difficult since the Texans gave Jayden Higgins a fully guaranteed contract. Kind of the same thing that every NFL team is struggling with right now, thanks to Nick Caserio. Now, that's all I have for you on today's show, folks. Kind of wanted to make this video a little bit to troll on some of my coworkers. I got Alper, who's in charge of our New England Patriots channel over here, and I don't know if that's affected y'all as much, but
Trevion Henderson has not signed his contract yet.
Yeah, there you have it right there.
Second-round pick.
There you have it right there. They already have one guy who hasn't signed his deal. I think it's directly affected by the Houston Texans and the single move that they made this offseason. If you want to continue the conversation, you can always hit me up on Twitter at Jeremy Chuggs. My DMs are open. And if you made it to the end of the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 31,000 subscribers here on the channel. My promise to you is this. Hit that sub button. Give me 1 week. If you don't like it in a week, all good. You can unsubscribe. But let me prove to you why this is the #1 Texans channel here on YouTube.